Hey guys, Willow here with the next part of the Jak and Daxter playthrough. So last time we got to Rock Village and made our way here to the Lost Precursor City, a place of many nightmares. Almost no one lives here, save a couple of lurkers. So yeah, first of all we're gonna just go through this first room collecting some precursor orbs. This will obviously help us pick up some power cells along the way, because of the village's obsession with 90 precursor orbs. Of course, that's all I'm going to say about that this time. So yeah, this is the first scout fly of the area, and instantly we come up against an interesting enemy which for some reason I had trouble with. And what you have to do is you have to take out the first guy on top to kill the second. Of course, now that's done, we can now go and pick up these precursor orbs over here. We'll be picking up some blue eco along the way, obviously. And there's the blue eco. This opens up this silo and lets us get some precursor orbs. So now we're gonna wait for this platform to get down to where it was, but to get there we once again have to press the switches. We'll make our way back, but of course we can always do that as well. Ah, crouch jumping, you are my friend. So now we're gonna pick up a few more precursor orbs and kill another new interesting enemy. Obviously, as you can probably tell, while the spikes are out, it's probably not a good idea to try and touch it, otherwise we will lose some health. So we have to wait until it deflates, like we just did. And we had a close call there. So now we're going to proceed into the next room. And this is where things start falling apart. First of all, we'll jump across here to get some scout flies. And instantly we somehow activated a mini glitch. I don't actually know how that happened, but ah well. So we're gonna get out this precursor orb and then proceed into the next room, which isn't pretty, I can tell you. Mainly because in this room I really never have any idea as to where to start, as there is so much to do. As you can tell, I am currently bamboozled as to where to go, and decided to loiter around. And we tried to make a very long jump, which didn't work, but that sets us off here, where we can pick up some more precursor orbs. Picking up some blue eco, we can obviously pick up some more. And we'll make our way up here using this interesting item. Instantly we notice that blue eco would serve a purpose right here, so we obviously have to go back. Of course, one batch is not enough. Luckily there is some more up here. I don't actually know if this is going to make it or not, especially not going the long way, which was kind of pointless to even try. But we always have a second chance to do this, so we'll pick up the blue eco again and go back. Of course we die. there we have it, the start of a lot of pain for Jak. Pains me to see it as well. This time we're gonna ride the platforms. As they do tend to help. So these, right in front of us, you see a precursor orb and 2 scout flies. These are very unique for scout flies, as you can probably tell, they are not actually in a box. You have to release them with a switch, which is also on a timer, which will vacuum them back up. But that is still fine. And this also brings us back to the part with the blue eco. So now we can go back. I think we could have actually jumped up there with a crouch jump, which kind of makes me wonder why I didn't try that to begin with. Moving on anyway. We'll go back to the starting position where the elevators have, not the elevators, the platforms have respawned. On our epic quest to get a scout fly and a power cell. If you cannot tell there, I was for some reason about to try and do that jump again, which, as you already know, would have epic failed. First of all, we're going to get the scout fly here, because we have the platform set up in a quite nice position where we can simply jump to and from, as long as we use quick succession. And there is our 5th scout fly of the area already. Believe it or not, this place isn't actually as big as it looks. However, the amount of time we are going to spend here makes this seem like a lie. Of course, the power cell appears up here. Now we have to ride some these platforms that come out over time. And already we found our 6th scout fly. Of course, we are going to make our way up to the power cell. And we make it just in time, with almost falling at the same time as well. Now we look around. With my fondness of roll jumps, we are now going to jump to get some precursor orbs. And now we can move on to the next area. Straight away, we die. Fun. I mean, these deaths actually took me by surprise, as I've never actually really had trouble with this area. Even my first time through, I did it fairly easily. And there is a second death, which really took me back. And now you see what I am truly like as a gamer. I'm bad. But we'll continue anyway. Trying to pick up some precursor orbs and a power cell, which finally works for once. So now we're going to move on to this room, which finally sets us up a new checkpoint. This is where we can pick up some more precursor orbs, and we're going to go this way, as there is a not precursor, power cell down here, as well as some precursor orbs. This is a little puzzle, but it's not too difficult to figure out. All you have to do is make sure that you don't step on a switch twice, which isn't really that difficult, especially if you know the order, which is fairly self-explanatory. But anyway, that opens up the power cell so we can pick it up. We're currently at 40 power cells, only 5 off the goal for this area. Of course, we're not just going to stop at the 45. That'd be way too easy. I mean, I believe we only have 3 power cells from this area up to now, I think. So I'll probably meet the quota with this area alone. And here is another one of these. I don't know what you call them. They seem like good friends. Anyway, we're about to get our 4th power cell of the area. This one is a bit difficult, actually. Or not exactly difficult, but as you notice, we don't get much time at all to try and obtain this power cell. Unless there is some other way. I mean, that doesn't really help us try and get back either. But for some reason I felt I'd like to do that for some reason. My powers of showing off are amazing. And here we are at the Ramp of Doom. I call this the Ramp of Doom because if you miss anything on the way down, you have to go all the way back up. Plus you can die. The reason this is so annoying is these tend to... you just noticed it there. I did miss one. And a respawn point checks at the bottom. You may have noticed we've just missed this room altogether. That is actually intentional, as we get to go back up with one of my most feared points of the game. I almost left a power cell there, but we got it anyway. Moving on. That brings us to 42 power cells with our 5th power cell of the area. Now this is the true Ramp of Doom. You can miss so much on this so easily. And it's so annoying. And we have already died. And like I said, the respawn point is here, which means we cannot just go simply back up the original ramp. We have to go all the way back down, because apparently in this game down is up. Hi kid.
Those dark eco boxes are bad news.
So yeah, it may seem like I shouldn't have taken these damage, but I'm not sure if at this point it was, but it eventually becomes intentional to take damage on this, because as you could probably guess, at the bottom of that ramp is another checkpoint, meaning we would have to once again come down. And although we do have a second chance with the first ramp, this one isn't so forgiving and makes us do a lot more afterwards. I don't actually think I did figure out to take damage yet, but ah well. But yeah, as you saw, we just missed one, so we redo it with quite embarrassing results, if I do say so myself. Kids, don't try this at home. As sliding down a huge ramp containing dark eco boxes and boiling pipes is not as fun as it seems. Also, if you do encounter some dark eco, please inform your government quickly. And once again, we missed a box. The same box. Once again, we redo. But that fulfills one of our damage quotas at least. So, here we are, slipping and sliding, trying to get those crates. Because this wouldn't really be a 100% playthrough if we didn't get everything, would it? No, we do not have to collect eco boxes. Of course, we can always jump on dark, like very, very hot pipes and die and redo bits all over again. It's always fun. So, once again, we slide down this familiar territory, hoping that we can hit the 2 boxes that we have currently missed. This usually doesn't take me this many attempts, but power of recording, everything goes wrong. And we missed it. Of course, we did not die because of invincibility. So now we're going to try sneakiness. I wonder if it is actually possible to make it back up there. But as you see, we have spawned at the bottom. Which means we have to go all the way back down, and up, and down, and up, and down. For the pleasure of the audience watching this, I will not miss anything out.
The dark eco is rising!
Apparently dark eco is rising, and I really do not like this part usually. Mainly because you can't really see what's in front of you straight away while being chased by dark eco. And for some reason, when I used to play this game, my depth perception was terrible. But we'll pick up this blue eco and use this launcher to launch ourselves to the 2nd level. Picking up these precursor orbs on the way. And now we have the blue eco. Launching ourselves up to a power cell. And as to where this launcher takes us, it does take us to quite a convenient place. Yep, to the top of the 1st ramp. It's not really a ramp, is it, actually? It's a tunnel. But moving on, we will now slip and slide down. Apparently I do not believe that I will miss it this time, and therefore do not plan ahead. But of course I did get it this time, luckily. So now we can go after our next precursor or box. Hoping to die somewhere down along the way. Again. And there are 2 shots we are allowed to take. course we should not have taken the third there, and therefore we die. Moving on, we continue our journey for one crate of precursor orbs. They sell at £20 each. Please go to eBay. I kid, but here we go. There is our first damage. We'll probably try and take the damage as late as we possibly can. And of course the game hates us as usual and gives us invincibility frames for possibly a few frames just too long, and we have to redo the launch. I will actually, I don't know, I'll probably, if I'm feeling not as lazy, put some annotations in so you can skip this bit. Depends on how truly lazy I feel. And for some reason, on my second go up here, you see everything that can possibly go wrong. This is also known as everything that can possibly go wrong in this area. Also known as the Luck of Willow. It is not a nice look. Of course, this time we'll actually wait and then die, almost. And as you just saw, I did a little skip there. This time I'm so annoyed. But we will now progress upwards and hopefully not die. Because dying is not fun. Well, I would assume so at least. But this almost finishes off the Lost Precursor City. With only one real bit left to do. And I would think that that is the main source of my humiliation done. I think. Anyway, we'll traverse down this tunnel and activate these balls. What else can you really call them? I suppose they could be switches. Of course we missed that one, but we still finish off this puzzle in the end. So now we will just quickly pick up the last precursor orbs that have been missed. And that brings about the end of this place. Of course, I forget where the door is, so we still spend about a minute looking for the door somehow, even though it is in an obvious place. But now we can finally leave the hellhole known as the Lost Precursor City. Pablo is currently applauding me, which is kind of embarrassing because I've never had trouble on this area. What are you gonna do? Oh no. And now I remember the other source of embarrassment. Everything that can possibly go wrong does go wrong. Even as we have left the Lost Precursor City, we will attempt very easy jumps and fail. Once we have got this power cell in like 5 minutes time, we will we will save this here and end it, and we will go on. In fact, no, we'll walk towards the next bit of the game. No. We'll end it here because this is just too embarrassing. Well, soon. See, we can't even get up here now. And we make it! We get the final precursor power cell of the area, and
Go fuck yourself, San Diego!
that gives us 45 power cells. Yes, that is enough to finish this area, but that'd be too easy for a 100% run. Therefore, we will now go onwards to, I feel, the precursor basin. You know, let's take you there through this video. I think that is currently the source of all embarrassment. Of course, this area does not contain the spider caves, which I promise now to try and do live. So yeah, we're going to try and get these precursor orbs. We have a Twitter account. That is, I don't know. I think it's Twitter.
No, just at Craszel.
At Craszel, apparently. I don't use Twitter. Twitter's terrible.
Don't say that. What it's called?
But you should follow us anyway. I think Mike will be updating there. I may dabble a bit in it. We'll pick up these stupid power cells from this oracle. Do not like this oracle. He has an odd nose.
For each power cell I contain.
But now we will trade 120 cells. Cells. Orbs. Apparently her and Madeira.
For your sacrifice.
But yeah, follow us on Twitter. Leave comments in the description. Please rate the video up. This will give me great enjoyment that I need after this terrible segment. 47 power cells. And now we go to the precursor basin. I will end the video here. This is Willow, signing out.